Welcome back to Dive Time Dota Manila Major Fastcast. We're in the semifinals, game one of the best of three between Newbee and Fnatic.
Big surprise here, Beastmaster Lifestealer pickup from Newbee. And I
guess
say
what?
that entirely
IO
sarcastically.
banned.
Yeah. Oh, thanks
and
for
the
that.
Nature's in the first two picks. That is somewhat surprising.
That is. Lifestealer has been one of the mainstays of this tournament in terms of hard carries. Beastmaster.
Fingers crossed for Riki right
well.
now. Just a little Riki Lifestealer bomb action. Maybe some Spirit Breaker. I don't think we've seen him in the major once.
I looked today, and I think the three heroes that haven't been picked in the major are Pugna, Storm Spirit, and Meepo.
Only
we
three,
haven't seen
really?
a Meepo.
We've seen Meepo banned.
And I think that's the entire tournament, including quals. So.
Oh, okay.
But for what it's worth.
A PL. That's exciting. Honestly, is Earthshaker banned? Why? This is the time for. Okay. Whatever.
So
we don't give a shit.
Fnatic's last game, they won game 3 against LGD on the back of a PL miracle split push sort of situation, very late game situation. So it's interesting to see them take the PL in game 1.
Miracle's not on Fnatic, silly Billy.
I would have been, God.
Okay, we're in the game.
A little early action top Earth Spirit chases off a Weaver.
So, like, no disrespect to pros' naming choices and all, but it does feel a little egotistical to choose, like, God and Fear. And
yeah, you're
there's
setting up your own insults for that one. Anyway, let's see here. So Fnatic's got the push lineup. Newbee's got more of a ganking lineup. I don't see much. I mean, well, actually, I guess Beastmaster and Death Prophet are pretty pushy.
Oh man.
But no real team fight to be heard of. You got Shout and you got a Swap, but that's not a whole lot to work with. So
Earth Spirit mid, helping out that Shadow as much as possible.
Beastmaster jungling, or Spirit roaming, quiet start.
There's really not much going on at all here. Just getting those last hits.
It's, conservative play from everyone, pretty much.
Oh, nice on the top happening. No.
Yeah, the Weaver's going to be able to escape this tri-lane situation. Well, not tri-lane, but 3 heroes being around. PL's giving her a run for her money.
Ooh-hoo. Good thing Life still had that Quelling Blade.
Whoop. Oh, and finally first blood.
Wow, on PL, that's not who you want to go down first. And they try to get a counter gank on Death Prophet and it goes nowhere.
Because that was just the Weaver. There was nobody else.
I thought Venge was there to help it out.
Okay, Nature's Prophet has now switched into the off lane. There's another kill for Newbee.
Nature should have been an off lane anyway. I don't know why PL wasn't safe lane farming.
Yeah, that was surprising. Maybe they felt like if they did what was predictable, Newbee would have a better lineup, and so they switched it. Match up in each of those lanes, so they switched it, and then since it didn't work, they went to the more conventional. But hard to say.
Man, Beastmaster is being super confident in the jungle right now. Like, if Fnatic had any type of roaming ganker, or even just Vision, Nature's could have gotten in there and killed him like 3 times.
And you'll notice that he's on top of the last hits.
Yeah.
Working well. There's a smoke from Beastmaster and Venge. That should be enough to get a kill. A stun and a shout. And they're wrapping around on the Shadow Fiend, but Shadow Fiend lives. Fnatic's rotation comes through, and they actually turn it and get Death Prophet.
Pretty nice.
For the first kill. So at 10 minutes, it's 2-1. And yeah, that was the first kill of. Well, no, I guess the early PL kill was significant too, but I would say this Death Prophet kill was much more significant.
No, absolutely. She had her ult going too. If they let that continue, they would have been completely wiped.
Fnatic smoked, and behind their Nature's Prophet, they move in and they find the Weaver doing some farming on the side there, but Weaver obviously has a lot of escape. And down goes both tier ones in
lanes.
Yeah, in pretty close succession. So I would say that the trend so far for the day in the semifinals has been conservative early games. We've seen a lot less big, smoky rotations.
Well, I think once you get to this point in the upper bracket, the teams are going to respect each other a little bit.
Yeah. So Fnatic's push lineup is coming online, but they haven't flexed that muscle too much.
Nice speed of a diffusal on PL there, even with that first blood.
It's a DD on the Death Prophet, so that's not going to be too much of a...
Lifestealer's items are pretty minuscule right now. I'm assuming he's saving up for Radiance.
Movement on PL.
Woo! Swap gets a sweet kill.
Yeah, with the and the AA.
Well, AA tried to counter it, but nothing came of it.
Nothing. Oh, and there
His Weaver got taken out.
Yep, get the Weaver there with the AA.
And
So that was
Shadow
kind of
Fiend has actually pushed his way to the top of net worth.
I don't know what Newbee was doing there. With the tier 1 down, they had no real objective to be working towards, and Fnatic was totally in the
They
neighborhood.
just never left after getting Nature's.
Yeah, so they kind of bled out there.
around.
That was definitely a mistake going the way of Fnatic's advantage, and they're now moving. Finally, the push shows up, and they take the tier 1, moving into tier 2. 2 glyphs. Newbee tries to get a tier 2 of their own in the Radiant safe lane. They do, and Fnatic had to bail on the tier 2 mid, so Newbee getting the tier 2 where Fnatic couldn't, and so a little bit of map control in return.
Ags on Nature's. I was saying earlier that they don't do that in pros that often.
I now can.
But if you're going to do it, you want to get it early.
Apologize.
You want to get that push happening as early as possible to help your team get those towers.
Yeah, so Fnatic really doubling down on the push strat, and it looks like, yeah, they're going to try to get that last outer, that tier 1. But Newbee's there. They know that that's kind of the objective they'd be looking for, and they're pushing out the Radiant safe lane, but there's no tier 2 there for them to get. They got it already. So instead, they're just going to disperse.
Lifestealer has his Radiance.
Fnatic's
Weaver
backed up a
has
little bit.
his Lincolns, and Beastmaster has his level 3 Necro. This is starting to look like the team's ready to...
The smoke is popped. There's a Lifestealer and an Ancient, and they're not going to go on him. Why? And that's probably a good call because Newbee's...
Blink on Beast, Diffusal, or Desolator on Weaver. Newbee is definitely looking...
Moving into the Roche Pit and picking up...
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, I'm disappointed with Fnatic's push. They haven't managed to make... They haven't managed to use their lineup the way it was intended. It even still took a long time. And here's Newbee on the back end, and they get the Shadow Fiend, and they get the PL. So even with the evasiveness of PL, they still lose a really important hero. And yeah, this isn't how they drew it up. I imagine they were thinking about how effectively they were able to split push in Game 3 against LGD. But Newbee must have watched that game because they've countered pretty well. Newbee gets 4 kills in the top lane.
PL and Shadow Fiend are both killless. They are 0-3.
And a tier 2 and a tier 3, and down goes Arax. They leave the range and move to bot and get...
GG is coming shortly.
Yeah, this was a complete decimation.
This is
Newbee,
30 minutes, 2 racks down.
Newbee never let Fnatic get their push game going, and that was all Fnatic had going for it. They didn't have any real team fight.
On Weaver. Oh my goodness. Weaver is definitely getting out of control here. And
Well,
PL's
they're all
dead
out of
again.
control. They was out of control 10 minutes ago. When they got the PL in the top lane, I would say,
That
or
first
the
blood?
no. When they pushed and took the tier 2, and Newbee still showed up and killed them all, that was like proof that Newbee, they could show up late to things and still get high value kills. They're moving in now for the last outer tower, which they didn't really even need. But
Bang, boom.
yeah. So
That was a very one-sided game. Shoo, 25k, 25k.
another win for Lifestealer, who's got one of the highest kill averages in the game.
Did they change him in 687? I didn't think there was much difference.
I don't think so.
I think they nerfed him a little bit too because they made his ult not be able to take Ancients until level 2. I think, but you know, we can check the patch notes later.
Fnatic needs to come up with a different strat for game 2. That's for sure.
Yeah, and the basic strat is win, but you know,
No.
we'll see how they do it.
They need to go team fight or they need to go gank. They can't go push.
Okay, that was game 1, and come back for game 2. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye!